Okay, so the princess card trick is a magic effect where a small packet of cards is shown to a spectator and told to mentally think of one card. The cards are turned around and the magician pockets one of the cards. The face of the remaining cards then showed, revealing that the spectator's mentally selected card is now not among the group. Henry Hardeen was first responsible for introducing the princess card trick. After that, it was later described by T. Nelson Downs in The Art of Magic in 1909.
Hey guys, well, this is the Princess Pocket. It's a variation of the Princess Card Trick, which is found in Encyclopedia of Card Trick. Hey guys, this is the Princess.
Okay, so the princess card trick is a magic effect where a small packet of cards is shown to a spectator and told to mentally think of one card. The cards are turned around and the magician pockets one of the cards. The face of the remaining cards then showed, revealing that the spectator's mentally selected card is now not among the group. Henry Hardeen was first responsible for introducing the princess card trick. After that, it was later described by T. Nelson Downs in The Art of Magic in 1909.
Hey guys, well, this is the Princess Pocket. It's a variation of the Princess Card Trick, which is found in Encyclopedia of Card Trick. Hey guys, this is the Princess Pocket. It's out of Roy Walton Volume 2, and it's a beautiful variation of the Princess Card Trick, which can be found in multiple sources, including the Encyclopedia of Card Trick. So, with that being said, you're going to start with the 4 aces, and the 4 aces are going to go in your pocket, faces towards the body. Faces towards the body. We're going to go through each one of the variations. So let's say you have a spectator select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 random cards. You place the rest of the deck aside. Now what you do is you spread the cards, and you remember immediately, before anything happens, you remember the 5 of clubs and the 2 of diamonds. The first 2 cards, clubs and the 2 of diamonds. And let's say they select the jack of diamonds. You don't need to know that right now, but you remember the 5 of clubs. You remember the 5 of clubs and the 2 of diamonds. You square it up, and you say, "I'm going to mix up the cards." But in reality, you're only mixing up the bottom 3 cards, and nobody really knows that you're retaining the 2 cards, which are the 5 of clubs, 2 of diamonds. All right, folks, we've established a couple of things now. We know where the princess card trick comes from, the origin. We understand that I'm not a princess myself. There are many princesses out there. I'm not a princess. And now we're going to go over, while switching music, switching up the flow, we're going to go over the variations of how to deal with different selections. First, I'm going to go over 3rd from the top, 4th from the top, 5th from the top, and then I'll save the best for last, the ones you memorized, the first 2 cards, position 1 and 2. So, stay tuned and check that out. Peace. This is what you do. Here's how the first variation goes. They selected the jack of diamonds, and after mixing them, it just so happens it ended up in the middle position, right? So what you do is you take a card, a random card, from any one of the 3 bottom cards, and you say, "Okay, I believe this is your card." It's not. It's a jack of spades, but you say, "I believe this is your card," and you go into your pocket and you drop this card. You remember that card, the jack of spades. And the 2 top cards, the 5 of clubs and the 2 of diamonds, and the jack of spades, right? Then you palm off the 4 aces, right? These are the 4 aces. You palm them off, and you square up the pack, right? And you hold the little break right there. Cut the cards again, holding a little break, holding a little break. So now you have a break between the 4 selections, one of them being their selection, the jack of diamonds, and the 4 aces right here. 4 aces right here. Now what you do is you top 4 selections, and as you go to spread the cards like so, you're actually glimpsing. This is called the palm glimpse. It's a variation of the palm glimpse. You're glimpsing the 9 of diamonds. That wasn't your card, but if it was, you'd deposit it in your pocket and you'd proceed as further. But it's not their card, right? It's not their card. So what you do is you say, what was your card? They say it's a jack of diamonds. So you spread like so, and look at that. Their card is second from the face. It's a jack of diamonds. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into your pocket. You're going to drop all the cards except for the jack of diamonds. You take out the jack of diamonds. That's the only card that I left in my pocket. As they're doing their little gasps and stuff, you go in there, you palm off the rest of the cards. Palm off the rest of the cards, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to count off. You're going to count off 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. You could have selected any one of the cards, but you selected the 4 aces. And you replace the cards back on top. Put them on top. Put this, and you've just completed the pocket princess. Going into other variations. Alright, from the top, 4 aces. Start in the pocket, faces towards yourself. This is pocket princess. This is the, if they select the 9 of diamonds, the 4th card from the top. Once again, you're remembering 5 of clubs, 2 of diamonds. The 9 of diamonds is their selection, right? 9 of diamonds, right there is their selection. The 9 of diamonds. That's the 9 of diamonds is their selection. So what you do is you remember the 5 of clubs and the 2 of diamonds. You take a cards and you mix them up. You mix up the cards, really mixing up just the bottom 3 cards, still remembering the 5 of clubs and the 2 of diamonds. You take a random card, happens to be the jack of diamonds. You say that's their card, but it's not. You don't show it to them. You say you misname it. Miscalling is a very appropriate thing to do this time. You say, I believe this was your card, and I'll drop it into your pocket. You go ahead, palm off those 4 aces. Faces were to yourself, so it's easy to do, and you replace them holding a break. Right? Holding a break. You cut at the break one more time, and holding a break one more time. Holding a break. So now above the break, you have these cards. One of them, which is the 3rd card down, is their card, right? And the other 4 are the aces. So this is the 9 of diamonds. You palm it off, palmed it off, right? And once again, you do the palm glimpse. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, sir, and you're looking at this card. Once again, if they say my card is a 9 of diamonds, you know it's not the jack of spades, 9 of diamonds. So what you do is you spread a little bit, and you see that it's not the 5 of clubs and the 2 of diamonds that you remembered off the top. It's the 9 of diamonds. So you reach into your pocket and you say, okay, I see what's going on here. You actually put your card in my pocket. There is your card. As they're going to, to do what they got to do to turn over the card, you palm off the cards in your pocket, in your right hand jacket pocket. That's what you're doing. You're palming them off. You're palming them off. See? You're palming them off. That's the rest of the cards. The 5 of clubs, 2 of diamonds, jack of diamonds, and jack of spades. You palm them off. And once again, you say, all right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. You could have picked any one of the cards. You picked off one of them. You load up those cards, drop them on top, and they say, yep. All right, for the 3rd variation, in case they pick out the jack of spades, right? This is for the jack of spades. Once again, from the top, the 4 aces start out in the pocket. You collect these. You remember the 5 of clubs and the 2 of diamonds. It's not very taxing on the memory, 2 cards, so don't be a wuss. 5 of clubs, 2 of diamonds, right? Their selection is the jack of spades, right? Turn these over. You mix them up. Pretend like you're mixing them up, but you're really mixing up the bottom 3 cards. You take a random card. Say, I just took out your selection from the packet. Okay? So you put this in your pocket. Once again, it's a jack of diamonds. You remember that just in case. You go into your pocket. You take out those aces. Those are palmed. Palmed aces, right? Palmed aces. and you add them to the pack, securing a break from the back. You cut them, right, once again, holding another break. Right? So now above the break, you have 5 of clubs, 2 of diamonds, that you remembered, the 9 of diamonds, and there's their selection right there. So that's what you do. You palm off those cards. You go curving your hand and spreading these top aces. These are the aces, right? These are the aces. You don't show them yet. The aces. As you're doing this, you're looking at the jack of spades, and the jack of spades happens to be their card. So all you have to do is go in there, move the cards, move the card, and say, okay, I took one card out, and I bet you any money that happens to be your card. You say, that happens to be your card. You palm off the cards that are in your pocket. Palm off these cards that are in your pocket. Okay? In your pocket. And you say, wouldn't it be something if you picked out the only card? They never quite pick out the aces, do they? They always pick out that one card. You add those cards to the top, riffle them upwards to get the bends or whatever out, and they show you that their card was in fact the jack of spades. Variation 1 and 2. Okay, these are the easy ones. This is the ones you remember. This is the 5 of clubs and the 2 of diamonds, right? 2 of diamonds. No palm glimpses involved with this one, but the 5 of clubs and the 2 of diamonds, right? You pick those up. Once again, the aces start in your pocket, faces towards you, and you mix up the bottom 3 cards. The bottom 3 cards are being mixed up here. The bottom 3 cards are being mixed up. And you reach into your pocket, and let's say they pick out the 5 of clubs, right? The 5 of clubs, right? What you do, you reach into your pocket for the aces. The aces, right? You square them up, adding those cards with the break in the back. You cut them once again, bringing another break. So now you have a break between those 5 selections, the 5 of clubs, 2 of diamonds being remembered, and the other 3 on the bottom, which you mixed up. So what you do is you palm those off, and they say 5 of diamonds. Let's say they say the 5 of diamonds. You spread these cards out with you. As that's happening, they said the 5 of clubs. You deposit the 5 of clubs. You let the 5 of clubs go, and you take the other 4 cards and say, well, you know what? This is cool because nobody ever has done this. You actually selected all the one card and left the other 5 aces, and there is your selection. The 5 of clubs, bringing this like this. You snap it, do whatever, place it back on the pack, and you're ready to rock and roll. All right, that's variation for the first card. All right, here is from the top for selection number 2, the 2 of diamonds. So you remember the 5 of clubs and the 2 of diamonds. These get mixed up. You know the drill. Here are the 4 aces. The 4 aces start face towards your body in your right hand pocket. Here we go. Once again, you say, you thought of a card, and I'm gonna mix them up, right? I'm gonna mix them up. I'm gonna mix them up, right? So the 5 of clubs and the 2 of diamonds are still on top. You don't shuffle those. You only shuffle the bottom 3 any single time, okay? So how do you get to the 2 of diamonds? How do you get to the 2 of diamonds? Well, you do the regular thing. You palm off the 4 aces. The 4 aces. That's 4 aces palmed off. And you put those on top, squaring up the pack, but you're holding a break at the back. That's a pretty healthy break. You're holding it. And you, once again, cut the cards, holding another break, right? So you're nullifying the cut, kind of, right? So you hold the break, and once again, there are the 5 cards. We're looking for the 2 of diamonds this time around. And 5 of clubs and 2 of diamonds are memorized, right? You palm those cards off and go right into your pocket. Maybe hesitate, drop, or get the second card, which isn't too much fumbling. It should be in and out procedure, and you put that face down and say, you took 1 card out of those 5 cards, right? Could have been any one of these cards. You took 1 card, and you didn't take any one of the aces. You actually took your 2 of diamonds. And that's Princess Pocket in depth. You can take the cards, shuffling off, destroying any clues or evidence. Thank you for watching. Enjoy.